What do you look like?
Hagrid.
Hagrid?
Hagrid.
I see it.
You know what Hagrid is?
So what spell are you going to teach us today, Hagrid?
Beard labor.
Before you get sucked into Hagrid's spell, I want to do a quick disclaimer. What you guys are about to see is not meant for anything other than educational purposes, and a disclaimer based off of, well, these are just the opinions of us, and we think that you should only perform as such as a trained professional.
Yep.
All right, what we're going to end up doing is making sure that the hybrid gets taken care of. We got 35-mile-an-hour winds that are going to be coming in, at least the gusts. She's going to rain for the most of the rest of the day, so we don't have time to fully install all the T-brackets and secure the hybrid fiber cable. So what we'll do is a couple of things. Let me actually show you guys. Come on.
So mitigations for that is don't do what Brock did. So.
All right. So in other words, we're identifying the hazard of this cable here. Don't trip on it. We already had it down that this is slick, but we didn't identify the one thing that what's his head broke. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to it, guys. I want to show you real quick. Come on. That cable, as it's running up with the gusts that we're going to be having, we're going to have a little bit of difficulty with getting that stuff installed. So what we'll do is we will install here a protective layer that I just grabbed off of a piece of Seal Tight. That'll be installed with zip ties. And then for the actual hybrid itself, someone's going to climb with me, and we're going to go ahead and attach it right around every 10 feet all the way to height with some tape. Who's going to be a brave soul and go along with me?
I would.
You got me? All right. Like I was saying on the ground, letting you guys know, we're going to go ahead and take the hybrid and tape it to the leg about every 10 to 20 feet, so that way it's not beating itself to death against the tower, creating an issue. As we don't have time to install the T-brackets. We're up here at 208 feet, and my dude Glenn, who volunteered, say hi, Glenn.
Yo, what's good with
He,
you?
this is his your first tower out of?
Yeah, that's my first one.
First tower out of training.
Outside of training, yeah.
All right. And before this, you've gotten up to
100 feet.
100 feet? We got you 108 feet higher on this here. What we're looking to do, you know what, let me show you and you what we're doing with this. Why is it that we still have it strapped to the tower? There was a death in the industry where a cable or a hoisting grip actually ended up breaking and falling and killing somebody. Until we have this fully secured with the individual supports sitting at least 48 inches in between each other, which is the industry standard, we want to ensure all that we can that it never falls. And that's what this strap that's attached up here is actually for. What I'm going to have you do is transition off of the ladder. Make sure you go into a sling. That'll help prevent rollout. And then we'll go ahead and get you on the ID. Your lifeline will be green for good. Now, what might be the problem with what you're doing right now? What might be the problem with this? If you just look at it.
It's not. Oh, it's upside down.
Yep.
Ha.
Always check that.
It's fucking upside down.
It's all good. That happens, but the key is you can't make that happen on a regular basis or a habit. Always check your gear. And you notice how I check you?
Right.
Did
Do I
you
have to lock it?
Yeah, you do. Not like that though. That's going to lock the position. You
Oh,
have to
okay.
lock this in place just like you did. and she's good. So check it, and she locks. So you're set with that. Now we're gonna go ahead and put on the ID. Hands off of that for 1 second. Is prepping the rope. Grabbing enough that you have a bite. So you're holding with one hand and then you can direct all the movement with the other.
Okay.
So go ahead and pull yourself up a bite. And place it in. There you go. Opening up the cam. Secure it, spin it, lock it.
Does it go over the carabiner?
You do not have to open the carabiner on the new Petzl. What's real awesome about them is as long as you angle it correctly, maybe pick up, you're able to close it. Now, you're not going to bend that aluminum. You want to get the pressure off of this, just like that. And now you go for watch. Right there. So you go ahead and do that. But the key is you're going to need to take the pressure off the rope. All right, now that you're in, you can pull out the slack in the system by pulling down and making sure that, look, right here, when these two are lined up straight, you can pull down on this and get some slack out. Yep, you just need to align it. Okay. Now you can kind of start transferring systems, meaning you have your weight in this and you're gonna go to this. So go ahead and start releasing with the grillon, which just like the other ID, here and here. So that's definitely what I'm talking about, making sure that the hybrid is taped so it won't beat itself to death. What's the one thing you gotta do before you keep going down? All right, let's make sure we glove up. So I'm glad we got the chance to get up there. How'd you feel? Honestly.
I ain't gonna lie. I was a little scared.
Yeah.
I was a little scared, but once I get set in my gear, then I'll be good.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's a little better for me. Cause it holds.
Positioning some of the other stuff. I didn't want to cloud what you had going on. You were definitely safe. But moving some of the other stuff out of your way will help a lot with next time. But trusting your gears. Were you able to make it all the way down without touching the steel again with your hands?
For the most part, yeah.
Good.
I don't get touched until like support myself because I can't feel the seat sliding up.
All right. Well, here, let's check on the other piece. Gonna set that with zip ties. And she's set at least most of the way up with some tape. I don't know. Again, how do y'all keep your cables safe?